So Amazfit seems to be on a bit of a tear lately. Last fall, they shook up the fitness world with the release of the T-Rex 3, a watch that punches way above its weight class and delivers flagship level features at a fraction of the cost. Just recently at CES, they also introduced the Active 2, seemingly capable smartwatch launching at an unbelievable value under $100. Now, in between the release of these two watches, Amazfit quietly added the Amazfit Up earbuds to their site, and I immediately ordered a pair. Now you can see them right here, and I've been using these for a couple months now, and so far, I'm very impressed. They've replaced my much more expensive Shox headphones, and I'll tell you why. Let's go. Okay, the MSRP on these earbuds is just $50. The unboxing is a pretty simple experience, as expected for budget-friendly earbuds. The case is plastic and definitely has a, budget feel to it. It's just very light. There's a pairing button on the back of the case for the initial setup, and the case also charges via USB-C. The earbuds themselves have an interesting texture, you can see, and you control the earbuds with a single physical button on each earbud. There's no touch controls here. Now, a single press of the button on either side starts or pauses your music or answers a phone call. Double pressing the button goes to the next song, and for calls that will either reject an incoming call or hang up an active call. If you triple press the button, it will activate whatever smartphone assistant you have installed on your phone. I tested this out, it works perfect. Long pressing the right side will turn up the volume, and long pressing the left side turns down the volume. And that's it. The earbuds are IPX4 water resistant, so there's no protection from dust. And while they're okay for sweaty runs and are splash proof, these cannot be submerged and would not be good for swimming. These earbuds easily pair via Bluetooth to your phone, and you would do this just via your normal Bluetooth pairing menu. So although Amazfit has some earbuds in the Zepp app, the Up earbuds are not among them, so you do not add them as a device here. Once they're paired, you just open the case and they automatically connect to your device. They also have the ability to be paired to multiple devices at once and swap between the devices as needed. And I think that's a pretty cool feature for buds at this price. Now, of course, as an open ear earbud, there are no different listening modes like active noise canceling or anything like that, but Amazfit claims the AI noise reduction on their microphone for phone calls. So I tested this on a windy day, and while the person I was talking to said they could still hear the wind, they could also actually hear me okay. So I guess it works as intended, but don't expect it to sound like you're in a recording studio if you're on a busy city street. Now, the battery life on these is rated at 6 hours, and while I haven't run them all the way down to test them out, I'll say they've lasted for as long as I've used them during a day, which is at least 4 hours without any issue. The case also acts to charge them and can charge them 3 times over, which of course provides an additional 18 hours of listening time. So if you're putting on the earbuds, you just kind of loop them around your ear and they just stay put. I was a bit wary at first that they'd fall off during a run, but at this point I've logged well over 100 miles wearing these and they haven't had any issues at all. I also really like that there's a physical button to control these instead of touch controls. Just like your running watch, when you're in the middle of a run or other activities, you want the sure tactile feedback of a button press, not the bother of managing a touch interface. These are, of course, open ear earbuds, so that makes them ideal for running since you have the speaker playing outside of your ear canal and you could hear your surroundings quite well and stay safe on your runs. They're quite light as well, weighing in at only 5 grams. And I've worn them for hours at a time and they really do feel comfortable and are barely noticeable. I have to also mention I really like this design. This is what drew me to these in the first place. The top of my ears is prime real estate when I'm out running. I often have on sunglasses, and in cold weather I wear a winter hat, and sometimes I have both of them on. So stacking things over my ears can be a bit of a nuisance, and after a while can actually cause a little bit of pain and discomfort. So having functional buds that don't have to stick in my ear canals or hang over my ears is just absolutely fantastic, and the reason why they're my go-to choice right now. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of an earbud review. How do they sound? So yeah, I mean, pretty good. It's not great, but for $50 in open ear, they're pretty good. So these are playing outside of your ear, so of course they don't have the sort of listening experience that a bud with a silicone tip would give you, but that is also true of any open earbud. Being on the cheaper, lighter, and smaller side of things, they are amazingly comfortable to wear, but the converse side of that is they do lack a bit of punch and they can vibrate a bit with the louder bass. Now, I could say that I've played music loud enough that I can no longer really hear my surroundings and the sound was still crisp, but it does start to vibrate and the sound gets a little bit sloppy when the volume gets extremely high. So while you aren't exactly getting a premium listening experience with these, I would definitely argue that the entire point of an open ear earbud is that you can still hear your surroundings, so their intended use case basically negates their only shortcoming, since you likely wouldn't be cranking the volume on these. Overall, I think these are a great buy. I've been using them for every single run since I got them, and it will take a lot to get me to go back to a heavier over-the-ear design. And of course, if you want to pick up a pair of the Amazfit Up earbuds, you can grab them on Amazon. I've got a link down below. Using the link does support the channel, costs you absolutely nothing. As I said, they're currently on sale, a few bucks off. Grab them if you're interested. I think they're great. So I'm really curious to hear the reaction to these in the comments. Do you currently use open ear earbuds? If so, are they an over-the-ear design, like a Shocks sort of headphone? Or do you run with AirPods or equivalent design earbuds that go in your ear canals and you just hope you don't get hit by cars? Or are you some kind of psycho that just runs with the quiet of their own thoughts for hours at a time? Let me know, and thanks for hanging with me today. I'm Dave and this is Dave Does Fitness. Have an awesome day and stay fit.